All right, hi class. Very good evening. Welcome back to the class number 3 of Bode plots. As you know, today is the Bode day. We are discussing the Bode plots since morning. And good, it's good to have such sessions, morning to evening, continuous topic. It's good for understanding, good for continuity. So I hope you have learned the concept till now, Bode. One more concept left, that is the approximation on the face. Approximation on the face. And then we'll go towards question solving with respect to Bode plots. Okay, so this is as always about me, and let's continue the class with the asymptotic phase plots. Asymptotic phase plots, first approximation rule. Okay, for asymptotic plot, first approximation rule. There are two approximation rules followed on the asymptotic phase plots. The first approximation rule is same as what you have learned in the magnitude approximation. That is the low frequency and the high frequency approximation. That is just same as the low frequency and the high frequency approximation. It's been slightly cut. Yeah, just after concluding the class, I got to know that sad news. Really shocking. I can't guess who is in what state. All right. Yeah, so that's not a good news, but let's all stay motivated. Keep up your energy, guys. Stay motivated in life. This is a precious life. Okay, और अभी तो आप लोग को बहुत अच्छा जर्नी तय करना है. You have to crack the gate examination, so complete that journey very carefully, very peacefully. Yes. So coming back to the topic, the first approximation rule is same as that what we applied on the magnitude result. Yes. Good evening, all. Good evening, all. So, what did we apply the approximation in the magnitude? The low frequency approximation and the high frequency approximation were applied. So, considering the same term, starting with 1 plus st, and then similarly we'll wrote down the result for the simple pole term, 1 upon 1 plus st. So, starting with n plus 1 plus st, first approximation rule, gj omega hj omega is 1 plus j omega t. Okay, so what is the phase? Tan inverse omega t, and up to this point we were talking about the actual phase plot. Now the approximate phase plot. Now the approximate phase plot starting for low frequency. Starting for low frequency, omega t much less than 1. Omega t less than 1. That means omega is less than 1 by t. So guys, what will be the phase? Guys, what will be the phase? Just a second. Let's do some basic calculations here. Alright, so if omega t is much less than 1, that means tan inverse omega t, where this omega t is very small, so tan inverse of small will be nearly tending to 0 degree. But if omega t is very large, greater than 1, so I have tan inverse omega t, that is my phase formula, and this time it's a large quantity, and tan inverse of large, suppose going towards tan inverse infinity, will be approximately 90 degree. Approximating 90 degree. Okay, so that means at the low frequency the phase is approximately equal to 0, the high frequency phase is approximately equal to 90 degree. And guys, as you know, always what is the approximation that to be applied? Actually we have taken omega less than 1 by t, the phase is 0, taken. But if omega is less than 1 by t, even if it is slightly less than 1 by t, we will take the phase as 0. Similarly, I'm just writing in rough, I'm going to show you the plot. Similarly, we have derived as omega greater than 1 by t, then the phase should be 90. But we take omega, if it is slightly greater than 1 by t also, then also we'll take the phase as 90 degree. So only two values of phase will be taken, 0 frequency, low frequency phase and the high frequency phase, like we had the magnitude result. Okay, pi tan inverse large, tan inverse infinity. Tan inverse infinity, not only infinity, you have your calculator, now put any large value. Okay, it is nearly going to 90 degree only. Suppose I put tan inverse 2000, see 89.97. Tan inverse 1000, 89.94. So whenever you go towards high frequency, it's not necessary to be infinity. But if omega t is large, use your calculator, put 1000 also, you are getting 89.94. That is very close to 90. Okay. Alright, so the same approximation ki omega, if it is just less than 1 by t, 0 degree, like we had the approximation for magnitude. Okay, what was the approximation for magnitude? We had the corner frequency 1 by t. Okay, the magnitude up to corner frequency always 0, and Beyond that, it is a straight line with slope of plus 20 decibel per decade. But here, before corner frequency phase is 0, after the corner frequency phase is 90 degree. Two constant values I am taking. Okay, and that is what the phase plot looks like. Asymptotic, the first phase plot looks like. The first late approximation rule looks like. Okay, I'll mention here the red one. The red one is the approximate result, 0 degree and 90 degree, only two values coming here. And the green one, recall from the last class, class number 1 actually. In the class number 1, I have shown you the actual plot of tan inverse omega t. I have shown you the actual plot of tan inverse omega t. I have just copied it here. I have just copied that here. Okay, so it is the actual plot for tan inverse omega t. I have just copied it here, right? Just copied it here. This is it. Correct. Now, this first approximation rule is not usually followed. There are two big problems with this. There are two big problems with this first approximation rule. As you are able to see, before the corner frequency, phase is entirely taken as 0, and just after the corner frequency, the phase is taken as 90 degree. The phase is taken as 90 degree. In the case of magnitude plot, at the corner frequency, both the plots, the low frequency and the high frequency, were connected to each other. Okay, that means the graph was maintaining the continuity. But here, one of the problems that at 0 degree and the 90 degree, the low frequency and high frequency result, they are not connected. The graph is having a jump. That is a discontinuous graph. We have learned the discontinuity in mathematics. The graph is discontinuous. One problem, I'll show you the problems. I have the notes there. One problem is that the graph is discontinuous at the corner frequency. On the left hand side, it is 0 degree. On the right hand side, it is 90 degree. Okay, this is one problem of this approximation. The graph is not connected as in the magnitude case. Okay, second big problem. Can anyone identify second problem? Logically, can you be able to identify from this graph? Logically, will you be able to identify any problem? We told that the approximation in magnitude works fine because the error is maximum at the corner frequency, and that error is equal to 3 dB. Maximum error that was maximum error equal to 3 decibel. Okay, here what is the error at the corner frequency? Guys, see what is the error at the corner frequency. Nana Shubham, error to 0 and 90 pe minimum hai. See, when you go towards, you are telling 0 and 90. Okay. I thought high frequency, low frequency. Yes, actually just say the value of the error at the corner frequency. The corner frequency actual phase is 45 degree, but the phase from the approximate plot, it may be 90. Now there is no fixed value. If I follow the low frequency result, it is 0. If I follow the high frequency result, it is 90. But either ways, the difference of 90 or 0, both from the 45 degree is 45. So error at 1 by t is 45, which is huge, which is a big error in terms of error. In terms of angle, it is a big error. 45 degree is a huge deviation from the actual results. Okay, and keeping these in mind, the first approximation rule is not usually followed. It is not usually followed. The reason is, number one, it is discontinuous at the corner frequency, as I have told you, and also the error at 1 by t. The second problem is error at 1 by t is 45 degree, which is huge. Okay. Got it, everyone? That is why the first approximation rule is not usually followed. So what is followed then? Let's talk about that. And before I go towards what is followed, let us see that. Let us understand one thing, guys. Yeah. When I compare the actual plot and the approximate plot, they are seen to almost intersect or at least be tangential at infinity, at high frequency. Similarly, they are also tangential or meeting near low frequency. So once again, this red line Okay, where the phase is 90 degree, this 90-degree line can be said to be asymptote to the actual plot near high frequency. So this is known as what? This is known as high frequency asymptote. High frequency asymptote of the phase plot, of the actual phase plot. Okay, everyone? Similarly, this 0-degree line, this bottom red line is meeting the actual curve at low frequencies, so I will refer to this as low frequency asymptote of the phase plot. This is the low frequency asymptote. So here also in the phase plot we have two asymptotes known as the low frequency asymptote and the high frequency asymptote. Low frequency asymptote and the high frequency asymptote. Okay, what is low frequency asymptote? Phi equal to 0-degree line. What is high frequency asymptote? That is phi equal to 90-degree line. Low frequency and a high frequency asymptote. 0-degree and a 90-degree line. Right? Alright. Now let's move forward. As I told, first approximation rule is not usually followed. What is followed is the second approximation rule. What is followed is the second approximation rule, which says that, I will explain you also. First, listen to this. Follow the low frequency asymptote that I've explained you up to 1/10 of the corner frequency. Then change the phase linearly. Change the phase linearly up to 10 times the corner frequency. Up to 10 times the corner frequency. And then follow the up to 10 times and then follow the high frequency asymptote. What does it mean? What does it mean? Let's understand it graphically. Look at this. The same graph. I have first the same graph copied. I have firstly the same graph copied here. Just let us follow in the same graph. What I told is follow the low frequency asymptote up to 1/10 of the corner frequency. Okay, 1/10 of the corner frequency. This is my corner frequency 1/10. Okay, so somewhere up to just give me a moment. Okay, somewhere up to 1/10. Let's escalate this first. थोड़ा सा easy रहेगा. Just give me a moment. Let me escalate this. Yeah. So this is my corner frequency, and up to 1/10 of whatever may be the corner frequency that numerically we will see in the questions. Whatever may be the corner frequency, up to 1/10 of that, follow the low frequency asymptote. Okay, so follow this with me. Follow this with me. The blue one which I am now sketching is my second approximation rule phase according to the second approximation. So follow the low frequency up to 1/10 of the corner frequency, then change the phase linearly, up to linearly means straight line. Change the phase linearly up to 10 times the corner frequency. And then follow the high frequency asymptote. Okay. Don't worry if you are wondering why I am specially passing through 45. That also I will make it clear. Okay. and then follow the high frequency asymptote. Follow the high frequency asymptote. This is my high frequency asymptote, the 90-degree line. Okay, and the 0-degree line is known as the low frequency asymptote. So up to 1/10 of the corner frequency, ये वाला point भी लिख देते हैं. Up to 1/10 of the corner frequency, I am at the low frequency asymptote. Okay, then I change the phase linearly, matlab through a straight line up to 10 times the corner frequency, whatever may be the 10 times value, and then follow the high frequency asymptote. And then follow the high frequency asymptote. First of all, you are able to see that there is no discontinuity here. It is clearly continuous. All segments are joined. Okay, first it is 0, then linearly increasing, and then join towards the 90-degree line. The 0-degree and 90-degree, it is not an abrupt change. It is a linear change going from 0-degree to 90-degree. So there is no discontinuity problem. There were two problems, discontinuity and error. Okay, the discontinuity problem is not there. What about the error at the corner frequency? Why I have taken only passing through 45 degree? That also I will explain. Okay, and to explain this, first of all, मैं यहाँ पे note कर देता हूँ यहाँ पे. This, let me write down. Again, the green one, the dotted green one is your actual plot. The red one also I have taken. The red one is according to the first approximation rule. And the blue one which I have sketched right now with you is according to the second approximation rule. Okay. First of all, to proceed forward, let us try to find out the slope. Every straight line has a slope now. So what is the slope of that linear line which is joining the 0-degree and the 90-degree? Okay. What is the slope of that linear line? Slope of the linear line joining the low frequency and the high frequency asymptote. Slope, guys, is always given by the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay. Right. So rather than using the formula, let's write down the change in phase upon change in frequency. Okay. Now, what is the change in phase? Change in phase, when you go from this low frequency side to high frequency side, the change in phase is 90-degree. 0 to 90 it is. The change in phase is 90-degree minus 0-degree divided by what is the change in frequency. Now, frequency is changing from 1/10. See, first I have 1/10 point, then I have 1/t point, then I have 10 times 1/t point. So 1/10 to 1 is itself 10 times. Then 1 to 10 is also 10 times. The frequency is changing by what? Frequency is changing by 100 times actually. Divided by 100 times frequency change. So, okay. The phase changes by 90-degree for 100 times change in frequency. So this is 90-degree and 100 times matlab 2 decade, because a factor of 10 times is 1 decade. Okay, 90-degree per 2 decade, and cancel 90 and 2. The slope is 45-degree per decade. So what is the unit of slope? What is the unit of slope? In the case of phase plot, it is degree per decade. Magnitude plots may dB per decade. Here it is degree per decade. 45-degree per decade. 45-degree per decade. Okay, that is the slope of this line. And because understand, because the slope is 45-degree per decade, so when I go from 1/10 to 1, this is also 1 decade. When I change the frequency from 1/10 to 1, that is 1 decade. The phase should change by 45-degree. From 0 to it should become 45-degree. And that is why this blue line, that is why I took this blue line passing through the 45-degree point. That means what is the error? What is the error at the corner frequency? It is 0. It is actually passing the actual value. And apart from that also, apart from the corner frequency point also, if you see the green one, the dotted one is the actual plot. The blue one is the new approximate plot. They are nearly equal. There is not much deviation in them. Right? They are nearly seen to be equal only. Not a much deviation in them. That means we can generally mark down a note. What is the observation? Okay, number 1, according to the second approximation rule, the phase plot is continuous, and also error at corner frequency is, which was huge in the first approximation rule, here it is just 0 degree. Okay. Also the error at other points is also low, it is low. So the problems of first approximation rule have been eliminated by the second approximation rule. Now coming to the question criteria, guys, coming to the question criteria, what to do for questions actually, what to do for questions. See, what to do for questions actually. Listen, see the slope changes. Once it was the magnitude plot. Magnitude plot हमने कैसे लिया था? Just let me sketch it here. When we were talking about the magnitude plot for 1 plus st, okay, I have one corner frequency 1 by t, and up to the corner frequency the magnitude is 0, and thereafter you get a straight line of plus 20 slope. Okay, for pole it is minus 20. Okay, that means when I sketch the magnitude plot at the one corner frequency, there is one slope change. Okay, but here in the phase plot with respect to one corner frequency, first of all there is no slope change at the corner frequency. यहाँ पे तो कोई slope change नहीं है ना. Here it is a continuous line moving. ठीक है, तो no slope change at corner frequency, but there is slope change at 2 points with respect to one corner frequency. And what are those 2 points? 1/10 point and the 10 times point. 1/10 point and the 10 times point, right? The 1/10 point and the 10 times point, the slope changes by how much? By how much? Okay, initially this is on the x-axis, so the slope is 0, and now the slope, as I have written, is 45. So 0 to 45. Then here this line, this 90-degree line, it is again parallel to the x-axis, so the slope is 0. Slope is 0. Before that the slope is 45, and now the slope becomes 0. Matlab slope is decreasing. 45 minus 45. The slope is decreasing. 45 minus 45 becomes 0. 45 minus 45 becomes 0. So guys, here in the phase plot with respect to one corner frequency, there are 2 points of slope change, 1/10 point and 10 times point. 1/10 पे plus 45 change है, and 10 times पे minus 45 change है. Minus 45 change है. Right? All right. Okay. 45 and minus 45. Let me just summarize this and then start with the question. Slope changes. Slope changes. We have learned for 1 plus st. Similarly, 1 upon 1 plus st I am commenting. No need to derive again. Only thing is minus ka difference आएगा, because the phase for 1 upon 1 plus st is minus tan inverse omega t. Even if you sketch the graph according to the second approximation rule, graph will just come up to be negated of the earlier graph. That means up to 1/10 point, it is 0, then it decreases linearly, and then follow the high frequency asymptote after the 10 times point. The only thing is positive y की जगह negative y. So slope change which was plus 45, सबसे पहले वो minus 45 आएगा. First the slope changes to minus 45. This is minus 45, and now again becomes 0, matlab plus 45. That is why I am not doing the separate analysis for 1 plus st. That can be written similarly. So follow the important point now. If it is the 0 term 1 plus st, slope changes plus 45 at 1/10 point, minus 45 at the 10 times point. Just remember with 0. When it is a pole, so sabse pehle minus 45, reverse the rule. Just put minus sign at 1/10 point, plus 45 at the 10 times point. Just the minus sign. Just the minus sign difference as compared to 0. So remember this, just put this graph in your mind. Put this graph, that 1 plus st graph. Sabse pehle slope 0, then it increases plus 45, and then slope is again 0, so minus 45. So pehle plus 45 and minus 45. Pehle means 1/10 point pe plus 45, 10 times point pe the slope changes minus 45. I hope that is clear now. So in short, we will just remember this conclusion, and now we'll start sketching it in one question. We'll start sketching it in a question. Quickly take the screenshot, and then I am starting a question to sketch this. Screenshot from here, asymptotic phase plots. Number 1. Next. 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 Next, final slope changes point. Let's do one sketching example and then look into some competitive questions. Sketch the asymptotic phase plot for the system having GSHS equal to 1 upon S plus 1, S plus 2. GSHS equal to 1 upon S plus 1, converting it into the 1 plus S form, time constant form, into 2, 1 plus S by 2. So 1 by 2 is 0.5. I only want the phase plot right now. Divided by 1 plus S, 1 plus S by 2. Okay. So first of all, let us write down what the corner frequencies are. What the corner frequencies are. Due to a 0, due to a pole. Due to a 0, due to a pole. Okay, for 0 there is no corner frequency. For pole the corner frequency is same, 1 by t. Okay, 1 by 1 and 1 by half, so that will be 1 comma 2. Okay, there are two corner frequencies, 1 comma 2. Okay, but as I've told you, there is no point. Okay, there is no slope change at the corner frequency. Slope will only change at 1 by 10 and 10 type point. The slope changes point. Important to write down the slope changes point. Yes, guys. Write down the slope changes point. And what are the slope changes point? Minus 45 degree. Okay, at 1/10 of the corner frequency. 1/10 of the corner frequency, slope changes by minus 45 degree per decade, and at the 10 times corner frequency, the slope changes by plus 45 degree per decade. Okay, at the 10 times point. So accordingly, let us write down. At minus 45 degree per decade, slope will change where? At 1/10 of the corner frequency, 1/10 of 1, 1/10 of 2, that is 0.1, 0.2. Okay, 0.1 and 0.2. Next, the slope will change by the slope will change by plus 45 degree per decade, where at omega equal to 10 times corner frequency point, 10 times of 1, 10 times of 2, that is 10 comma 20. That is 10 comma 20, right? Okay. So these are the slope changes point, plus 45 and minus 45. So now let's start sketching the plot. Can you try it out in a minute? Yes, last year starting frequency can be the same rule before all the slope changes point. Yes, I will write down starting frequency here. Again, omega equal to 10 power m form less than all the slope changes point. Slope changes point matlab point 1, point 2, 10 and 20. Okay, so I will select omega equal to 10 power minus 2, that is 0.01. That is 0.01. Okay. Now the plot. Now the plot. I have mentioned all the points. Let us just work out the plot on the basis of slope changes. Yes, Nihar, by chance if it's buffering, please refresh your browser once. It should be fine. Sorry, this is not magnitude. You are sketching the asymptotic phase plot. We are sketching the asymptotic phase plot. All right. Now, starting the phase with 0 degree. Starting the phase with 0 degree. Where is my first slope change point is 0.1. Where is my first slope change point is 0.1. As I told, starting frequency 0.01. The starting frequency is 0.01. My first slope change point is 0.1. Okay. So up to the 0.1, the phase will start with 0. Okay, and at this 0.1, the slope change is minus 45. See whether it is minus or plus. It is minus 45. Matlab, bend the line downwards. Bend the line downwards. It is minus 45, right? What is the phase at minus 45? If you want to calculate in detail, that is also calculatable. That is also calculatable. How it is? The slope of this line is, slope of this line, I can calculate this also. This is minus 45 equal to phase minus 0, 5 to minus 5, 1, divided by log of 0.2. The next coming frequency is 0.2 upon 0.1. Solving that, you get the phase is equal to you get the phase is equal to minus 45 log 0.2 by like 0.1 is log 2. 45 log 2. How much it is? 45 log 2, 13.54. The phase is basically, let's write minus 13.5 degrees sufficient. Okay, this is the phase at what? I have calculated the phase at omega equal to 0.2. That is the next slope change point. Okay, so when I go from 0.1 to 0.2, 0.1 to 0.2, the phase would have become minus 13.5. Same slope formula, guys, same thing that we have learned earlier also. Minus 13.5. Minus 13.5. All right. Now, this corresponds to the next slope change point 0.2, and 0.2 pe what is the nature of slope change is again negative. So minus 45 becomes minus 90 degree. Minus 90 degree. The slope will change by minus 90 degree. The slope will change by minus 90 degree. All right. So minus 45 will be minus 90 degree. So slope will change by negative, matlab down, bend it downwards. Okay. Had there not be this point, this is the actual direction, but now it will be bent downward. Now it will be bending downwards. The new slope being minus 90. Up to where this will go? Up to where this will go? This will go to the next slope change point, that is 10, and here the slope will change by plus 45. So what is the phase at omega equal to 10? First calculate that. Okay. What is the phase at omega equal to next slope change point 10? The slope is minus 90. Yeah, it is a straight line only, Swami. It's a straight line only. Or maybe downward, as in you want to say vertical? Soumya, you want to say, is it vertical? Minus 90 is equal to y2 minus y1. Phase 2 minus 13.5 divided by log of 10 minus log of 0.2. Okay. Solving this, we will get the value of phi 2. Okay. No. It is not perpendicular. It is not perpendicular. So what is this? Log of into 90. This one is coming up as minus 13.5. This is approximately coming up as minus 166.5 degree. Minus 166.5 degree. No, I'll comment on that. Soumya and Anusha, just wait. Let me complete this. I will comment on that. Just give me a minute. Payal, recheck. Minus 166. Minus 166.5. Okay. Yeah, last year commenting on that. Just commenting on that. Minus 90 is not downward. Why it is not downwards, I will explain that. Just wait a minute. Let me complete the plot first. Okay. This is the next slope change point. This is the next slope change point, and that occurs at what frequency? This. Oh, this eraser. No problem. This is 10, and let me write down the slopes as well. The initial slope was minus 45. Now it is minus 90, and now it is minus 90, and now comes a frequency 10. Now comes a frequency 10 where the slope changes by plus 45. Okay, so minus 90 plus 45 will be minus 45. Okay, minus 90 plus 45, the slope will again become minus 45, matlab bending upwards. So change its direction upwards again. Okay, change its direction upwards again. And this will continue to. This will continue to the next slope change point, that is 20. So what is the phase at 20? That also I need to calculate. That we'll calculate. What is the slope at 20? And what is the phase at 20? At omega equal to 20. So new line that is coming, that will now have a slope of minus 45 again. Okay. So minus 45 equal to phase minus, you will get what you expect. You will get what you expect. Minus 166.5 divided by log of 20 minus log of 10, and solving this you will get the phase as sec. It's again minus 45 log 2 and minus 166.5. It is nearly minus 180 degree. Minus 180 degree, the closing angle that you want. Okay, the closing angle that you wanted. So say this is minus 180 degree. Okay, I will hide my view for the proper reading. Just give me some time. So this line will be continued. This line will be continued till minus 180 degree. And now it is parallel to the x-axis, because this here also the slope will change. Now here also the slope will change as minus 45 plus 45, because 20 pay. What is the slope change at 20 is plus 45. Plus 45. So minus 45 plus 45, the slope is now 0 degree, parallel to the x-axis. 0 degree matlab parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis. Okay. So the slope of the earlier line was minus 45. Now the slope here is 0 degree per decade. Okay, and that completes my asymptotic phase plot for the given GSHS. That completes my asymptotic phase plot for the given GSHS. For the given GSHS, right? That completes my asymptotic phase plot for the given GSHS, which finally closes at minus 180 degree, because the actual phase, even if you solve the actual phase by tan inverse omega, there will be two tan inverse omega term, tan inverse in omega, tan inverse omega by 2, and that is minus 90, minus 90, minus 180 degree. Final phase should be minus 180, and it is satisfying that approximately, very closely. Okay. So that is why second approximation rule is usually followed for approximating the phase. Acha guys, that minus 90 degree wala issue, listen to me. That minus 90. See, here I have directly given you the value of slope. Here I have directly given you the value of slope. I know what you are relating it. You are relating the slope as tan theta, and tan of 90 is infinity. But guys, I am not telling you that 90 is any angle. I have given you the value of the slope only. Okay, the value of the slope is 90, not the angle of the line with respect to any axis is 90. Okay, the value of the slope is 90. Okay, that is finite. Okay, when will you get a vertical line? When the slope itself is infinity and tan 90 is infinity. So difference क्या है? आप क्या समझ रहे हो कि 90 is some angle subtended by the line with the x-axis. How do you calculate the slope? M equal to tan theta. Theta is the angle subtended with respect to the x-axis. Okay, so I have not told you that 90 is the angle. 90 is the final value of the slope itself. Okay. All right. So I hope you have got it, all those who are having that confusion. This is the phase plot. Come on guys, screenshot for this, and then we have the next question. Next one. Yeah, 90° per decade slope. Soumya, 90° per decade slope. All right. One question for you. Asked in gate 16 for 2 marks. It has been asked in gate 16 for 2 marks. See, can you answer this? Yes, Anjana, Zayan, Shubham, correct answer. Anjana, Zayan, Shubham, Deepa, correct answer. Varma, Sindhu, correct answer. Yes, Shubham Bogle, correct answer. Ram Prasad, correct answer. Vaishnavi, correct answer. So almost you have got the team. Yes, Rahul, correct answer. Shalini, correct answer. The asymptotic Bode phase plot of GS equal to K by S plus 0.1, S plus 10, S plus P1 with K and P1 positive is shown below. Okay. Yes, Abbas, Venkatesh, Yashwant, Sakshi, all correct answers. Sachitra, correct answers. So great, guys. So what are the corner frequencies actually here? What are the corner frequency? Even if you take it in the standard form, so you get 1 upon 0.1. The first corner frequency will be 0.1. Next is 10, and another one will be P1. Okay. Yeah. Aruna, 90 is the value of slope, but that value will have some unit. Na? So how can you say if the value is 90, it will not have a degree per decade? I'm not getting your doubt actually. 90° is the change in phase for 1 decade change in frequency. So maybe your doubt is something else. I'm not able to catch up. But why, if the slope is 90, how can you discard the unit looking into the 90 value? Right. So this is the corner frequency 0.1 and 10 and P1. Okay. 0.1 and 10 and P1. So what are the slope changes point? Okay, I have just taken this diagram again. What are the slope changes point? Guys, what are the slope changes point to mention here? Okay. सबसे पहले 110 minus 45 degrees per decade slope change occurs at 1/10 of the corner frequency, and the 1/10 point is equal to 0.1 further divided by 10 is 0.01. 10 divided by 10 is 1. P1 divided by 10 is P1, and plus 45° per decade should change at 10 times, because all are due to the poles na. 10 times the corner frequency. So 10 times into 0.1 is 10. 10 times into 10 is 100. And 10 times into P1 is 10 P1. Yeah, Runa, the 90° phase changes for 1 decade change in frequency. That is how I explained it. Okay. So 10 times point, sorry, 10 times point is 1. This is 1. Let me just again check. Yeah, 1/10, 0.01, 1 P1, and 10 times is 10. 10 into 0.1, 100, and P1. Yeah, at 10 P1. Correct it is now. Now, first of all, looking into this, look at these two values. So what should happen at 1? Actually, minus 45 plus 45 cancels at omega equal to 1. There is actually no slope change. I am explaining all the other characteristics also for the better concepts. Omega equal to 1 is no slope change, and yes, you see at omega equal to 1, the line continues as it is. There is no slope change. It continues in its own direction. There is no slope change. at omega equal to 1. Okay. Now, given this graph, according to us, let us highlight the slope changes point. 0.01. 0.01. This is a slope change of minus 45. Okay. Because यहाँ पे slope 0 है x axis पे. Now see, the phase changes by minus 45 and the frequency changes by 10 times. So what is the slope? Minus 45 degree per decade. Okay. Then just marking these points. Now look at these 2 points, guys. Look at these 2 points. What is the change in phase? 225 and 45. The phase drops by minus 180 degree. For how much change in frequency? 0.1 से 1 is 1 decade, 1 से 10 is 2 decade. So minus 180 degree for 2 decade. So what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line is minus 90 degree per decade. I'm writing down all the slopes. Minus 90 degree per decade. That means at this point the slope is changing by minus 45 degree per decade. Because prior to this, before this, the slope of the line was minus 45. Now it has become minus 90, the change of minus 45. Now look at this last segment. Look at this segment, guys. The magnitude, the phase changes by, ये values देखिए, minus 270, minus 225, मतलब minus 45 degree. Per how much decade? 10 to 100 is 1 decade only. Okay, so the slope of this line is minus 45 degree per decade. So here the slope is getting added by plus 45, minus 90 plus 45, then only it is minus 45. Okay, and finally the last line is parallel to the x-axis, so it has a slope of 0. So here also what is happening at this point? Minus 45 plus 45 will become 0. So for your better clarity, I have written all the points on the graph कि कहाँ पे कैसा slope change हो रहा है. I have written all the points on the graph. Okay. Now comparing with our statistics, 0.01 पे minus 45 होना था. This is just tallied. Okay. 1 पे there is no slope change, but P1 by 10 पे there should be minus 45. So where there is minus 45 is 0.1, and guys, this one should correspond to P1 by 10. This point 0.1, this should correspond to P1 divided by 10. There are two ways of looking, or look at the plus 45 wala. 1 pe there is no change, 110 P1, 45 degree should occur at 110 P1. So see, 100 to given hai, this is just tallied, but this here also plus 45 degree ka change hai, so this should be corresponding to 10 P1. Okay, 10 P1. That means, okay, P1 divided by 10 should be 0.1. ठीक है, P1 divided by 10 should be 0.1. यहाँ से P1 1 आया, और second you can look by the 10 P1 point. 10 P1 is equal to 10. From there P1 is equal to 1. Either ways, from any one of them, either you can see by the P1 by 10 or either you can see by 10 P1. Final answer is 1. Final answer is 1. Right. Gate 16, 2-mark question. On the asymptotic phase plot. Okay. Alright. Screenshot for this question. Then we go for the next one. Next screenshot. Next screenshot. Answer is 1. Final answer 1. Guys, next question. Next question. Look at this. The question is asking about the error in the phase angle and the magnitude gain, dB gain both. Please try this question now. Yes, hi, it's not stuck. It is not stuck. I am there. I am there. Answer is not D. Yeah, A correct answer. A correct answer. Approximately you'll match the values. All right. Okay. The asymptotic Bode plot of the transfer function k upon 1 plus s by a is given in the following figure. What is the error in the phase angle and dB gain at a frequency of 0.5 a? At a frequency of 0.5 a are respectively what? Okay. Yeah, is the camera stuck? Yes, the camera is stuck. Let me just give me a moment. Yeah, it's fine now. It's fine. The camera was stuck. As I told, just waiting for the new devices and camera to be received from the office. So let us write down the transfer function first of all. The transfer function, GS, yeah, GSHS, whatever you call it, is given as k divided by 1 plus s by a. K divided by 1 plus s by is given in the figure. What is the error in the phase angle and dB gain at omega equal to 0.58? Okay. First of all, let me write down in the GJ frequency form directly. GJ omega HJ omega is K upon 1 plus J omega by A. K divided by 1 plus J omega by A. So what is the magnitude function? पहले actual magnitude function देखते हैं हम. That is K divided by, yeah, let me take it in the log scale only because we have to compare the dB gain. So 20 log K divided by under root of 1 plus omega square A square. Okay. Now let's put down the value at omega equal to 0.5 A. The comparison is required. So magnitude is 20 log k divided by under root of 1 plus omega is 0.5 a. So 0.5, 0.5 cancelled, it will be 0.25, 0.5 whole square. Okay, so what is the value? It will be giving me the value magnitude equal to 20 log k minus 20 log under root 1.25. And let me check that. That is coming up as magnitude equal to 20 log k minus 0.97. Okay. Whereas guys, look at this. Okay. Look at the given Bode plot. Where is 0.5 a? The 0.5 a is obviously before a. So 0.5 a pe what is the magnitude according to the Bode plot is 20 log k. So from the Bode plot reading, the magnitude is just 20 log k. So what is the error? Is 0.97 decibel. The error is 0.97 decibel. Got it? This is the error in the dB gain. Now what is the error in the phase? So now let us go for the phase calculation. Phase. Which phase? Phase of this function only. Okay, what is the phase of this function? Numerator is positive real number, denominator के लिए minus apply कर देंगे quickly. So what is the phase? It is minus tan inverse omega by A. Okay, and that is minus tan inverse omega is given as 0.5 A divided by A. A and A cancel. So just tan inverse 0.5. So this is coming up as minus 26.56. Okay, 26.56. Right. Now this is the actual phase. Okay. From the Bode plot, what is the phase? Look at this now. Look at this. This is the straight line. Matlab this is the asymptotic phase plot given. This is the asymptotic phase plot given. Okay, and this line has a slope of 45, matlab negative 45. Obviously, they have just written the unit magnitude because it is a decreasing line. It has to be minus 45. So 0.5a is somewhere between 0.1a and 10a. And what is the phase at 0.5a? That we need to calculate. What is the phase at 0.5a? That can be calculated how? By the slope concept. Okay. From the Bode plot, what is the phase at omega equal to 0.5a is what I am going to calculate now by the slope formula once again. Slope phi2 minus phi1 divided by log omega 2 minus log omega 1. Okay, that means slope minus 45 is equal to phi 2 minus phi 1 0 degree. Taking these 2 points, here the phase is 0 degree. Phi 2 minus 0 divided by log of omega 2 0.5a minus log of 0.1a. Look at the first point given. The frequency at the first point given is 0.1a. This one. Okay. All right. So what is phi 2? Let us solve this. 0.5a by 0.5. 45 log 5. Okay. Yes. So what is the phi 2 coming up is minus 31.45. Okay. Minus 31.45. And when you take the error of this, what is the error? Difference between the two values is coming up as 4.89 degree. 4.89 degree. This is the approximate result. Okay, this is the approximate result, and that is upper one is the actual result. Okay, difference is 4.89, which makes me mark option number A. 4.89 is approximately 4.9. 4.9 degree and 0.97 dB. That's the final answer. Option number A. All right. A screenshot for this question, guys. Then we have the next question. Take the screenshot for this question. Next one. Next one. Next screenshot. All right, guys. Now that was the asymptotic phase plot. Now coming up to the questions of Bode plot, analyzing Bode plot. Now these are important questions of MCQ or NAT level. So before I take any MCQ question, I am highlighting a question. Before I take any MCQ question, I am highlighting a question which will give you a clear idea ki how to approach the questions based on Bode plot. Okay, the questions coming in MCQ will be even much more simpler this because I have so many hidden parameters. I have so many hidden parameters here. Question coming in gate will be simpler than that, but with this question you will understand all the calculation. Okay, so let us all solve this question first of all. Let us all solve this question first of all. The asymptotic log magnitude curve for the open loop transfer function is sketched in the figure below. Determine the transfer function. Determine the transfer function. All right. So how to get the transfer function? Now understand the theme of this question. Okay. Then I have this one. We'll understand the given Bode plot. So in general, the transfer function, write down the general form first of all and then see what is all required. General form of the transfer function. Understand everyone. One question let us understand and then you will solve the rest question. It is given by the form k, some constant k into zeros term 1 plus st1, 1 plus st2 etc 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 divided by s raised to the power n poles at origin, 1 plus stb and some simple poles, 1 plus sta, 1 plus stb and etc etc etc. Correct? Okay. Now, what all we need to find is K and the T1, T2, TA, TB, S power N and etc. Step by step understand. First of all, look into this Bode plot and look into this initial slope. This initial slope. Sometimes the initial slope may be positive. That will mean that there are zeros at origin. I have explained you that case also class number 1. There may be zeros at origin. वो वाले questions भी हम लेंगे. But here the slope is minus 20n. That means what is the value of n? Generally the initial slope is minus 20n, but it is minus 20. So n equal to 1. That is the first thing that you can comment. Okay. So n equal to 1 from the initial slope. Initial slope से you get the value of n. ठीक है. Then corner frequency से you will decide the value of T1, T2, TA, TB. Look at this guys. Look at this. Slope changes from minus 20 से minus 40. So this should be what? Minus 20 to minus 20, 40 decreasing. So this should be a pole. This should be a pole, right? This point should be a pole at omega 1. Okay. That frequency is not given, that also we'll find. मैंने बोला ना, this question has a lot of hidden parameters. ठीक है. Then next slope change occur here. ठीक है. Next slope change is occurring here. ठीक है. Guys, यहाँ पे कोई slope change नहीं है. वो diagram थोड़ा सा, I don't know why it is bended. Here there is no slope change. It is a continuous line only. Okay. So now here also there is a slope change minus 40 to minus 20. मतलब the slope increases by plus 20. So this should be a zero term. Now reverse analysis we are doing. Okay. Then here minus 20 to minus 40 slope again decreases. So pole. Whenever slope increases it is a zero. Whenever it is decreases it is a pole. It is a pole. Okay. 0 at the frequency 8 and pole at the frequency omega 3. Okay. So that means if this is n equal to 1 from the initial part, this is solved from the initial slope. Okay. Now talking about the corner frequencies. Due to zero, there is only one corner frequency. And the formula, by the way, for the corner frequency is 1 by t, and that is seen as the zero wala corner frequency is known, that is equal to 8. Okay. So what is the value of t is 1 by 8. The value of t will be 1 by 8. The corner frequency is 8. The t will be 1 upon corner frequency. Okay. Then poles. Okay. The corner frequency is omega equal to 1 by t, and that is equal to there are two corner frequency of the pole, omega 1 and omega 3, both are unknown. Okay. This is omega 1 and omega 3. Okay. So you will have two values of t, 1 by omega 1, 1 by omega 3. Okay. There will be two terms. There will be two poles, simple poles coming up. 1 by omega 1, 1 by omega 3. That means only by the knowledge of this, step by step I am explaining, only by the knowledge of this, GSHS should be K into, only one zero is there, that is at t equal to 1 by 8, to 1 plus st, 1 plus s by 8. The time constant term is 1 by 8 divided by s raised to the power n, or s power 1 hai, I've got the value of n. And then there are two poles, 1 plus s by omega 1, 1 plus s by omega 3. Okay. This is the rough structure. So I've got at least some things. Now, what else is required? What is omega 1, omega 3 and the value of k? Omega 1, omega 3 and the value of k. That is what we require. Omega 1, omega 3 and k. Got it? Now, how to get omega 1, omega 3 and k? Let's solve it step by step. Let us try to solve it step by step. See, now guys, omega 1 can be found by using the slope minus 40. ठीक है, slope y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 will give you the result. Slope is minus 40. This magnitude is 36. This is 0. So unknown frequency omega 1 will be obtained. ठीक है. So I'm now solving the omega 1. Okay. For omega 1, use the slope of minus 40 dB per decade and start the calculation. So slope minus 40 is equal to m2 minus m1. So this magnitude is 0 and this is 36. 0 minus 36 divided by log of 4, because the frequency is also known. This is 4 and the first one is unknown. Log 4 minus log omega 1. Okay, so we need to solve this to get the answer. Okay, so I have log of 4 divided by omega 1 is minus 36 upon minus 40, and that is 0.9. So 4 divided by omega 1 is 10 raised to the power 0.9. That is giving me 7.94. 7.94. So what is the value of omega 1 is 4 divided by 7.94. So yeah, that is approximately, let us take it as 0.5. Correct. 4 upon 8 approximately, बहुत ज़्यादा typical नहीं रखते हैं calculation को. So approximately taken as 0.5. Okay. Approximately 0.5. Yeah, Atharva, 0.50 something will come. Better take it as 0.5. That is workable. Okay. So omega 1 is got. Okay. Next calculation, guys. Next calculation. Now, omega 1 आ गया है. And because the omega 1 is there, now for the k, okay, next calculation is for k, you can use the initial part formula. You can use the initial part formula. Okay, what is the initial part formula? M is equal to minus 20n log omega. I asked you to remember this. This is important. Plus 20 log k. N का value 1 है, मुझे पता है. At omega equal to omega 1, which is just obtained 0.5. What is the magnitude? Initial part means you can use any point from the starting frequency up to the first corner frequency. Not after that. You cannot use any point after that, but only in the range from the starting frequency up to the first corner frequency. Okay. Starting frequency per magnitude not given. But frequency at omega 1, that is given 36, and omega 1 is also obtained. Okay. So you can use any frequency in this initial part range, starting to first corner frequency. So at omega equal to omega 1 equal to 0.5, magnitude is given in the graph as 36 dB. Okay, so just completing the calculation, 36 is equal to minus 20, n is 1, log of 0.5 plus 20 log of k. So this is minus of minus 6. So net it will be 36 minus 6, 30 is equal to 20 log k. Okay, so k will be 10 raised to the power 30 by 20, that is 1.5, and that is, let's see the answer, 10 raised to the power 1.5 is 31.62. The value of k, 31.62, guys. Okay, the value of k is 31.62. 31.62, approximately 31 is also workable. 31.62. Okay. Okay, so k is also obtained. What is only thing left is omega 3. अब omega 3 के लिए what to do? Okay, omega 3 के लिए we have the magnitude at omega 3. This is known, that is minus 21. But the magnitude at 8 is not known. Okay, so first आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? You will have to find the magnitude at 8, then only you will be able to get omega 3. ठीक है, then only you will be able to get omega 3. ठीक है, so next I am finding here the magnitude at 8. Okay, magnitude at 8. Okay, so now I am finding the magnitude at omega equal to 8 again by the slope method. Which slope? Minus 40. And use these 2 points, 4 and 8 wala points. Use these 2 points, 4 and 8 wala point. The slope is minus 40 is equal to magnitude minus 0 m2 minus m1 divided by log of 8 minus log of 4. So this is obtained simply. Magnitude is minus 40 log of 8 by 4 is log 2 minus 40 log 2. This magnitude is minus 12. I'll go and represent this in the graph. This is solved as minus 12. Amit, not really getting your point. Not really getting your point. Amit, can you elaborate? Where will you substitute? Where will you substitute actually? Amit, just focusing on Amit's comment only. At where will you substitute? You are telling substitute, but where? Where? Yeah. So this is magnitude at 8. How, Amit, substituting omega 1 will give you omega 3? No, Amit, I'm not yet convinced. I'm not yet convinced. All right. Yeah. So let me complete that. Now you can use the minus 20 slope. Now you can use the minus 20 slope to get the omega 3. To get the omega 3. Okay. Now to get omega 3, use the slope equal to minus 20. You can use the slope as minus 20. Minus 20. I have understood your point, Amit, but just check, are you getting the answer which is coming here? Just comment yes or no. Minus 20 is equal to the magnitude given. The magnitude given is 21, minus 21 and minus 12. Minus 21 minus minus 12 divided by log of omega 3 minus log of 8. Okay, so what I am getting, log of omega 3 divided by 8 is equal to minus 21 plus 12 is minus 9. 9 divided by 20, that is 0.45. Solving this, what should be the omega 3 coming up? 22.54. Okay, 22.54 or 22.55. That is the omega 3 coming. Now I have all the required parameters. Okay, I'll just come and substitute here. I will just come and substitute here. Okay. GSHS equal to K, that is K was how much? 31.61, 31.62, 1 plus S by 8 divided by S raised to the power 1 into 1 plus S by omega 1 and then 1 plus S by omega 3. Omega 1 is 0.5. S by omega 3, 22.55. 22.55. Okay. So maybe we can leave it like this, or maybe we can rearrange the terms. So if I try to rearrange the term, so this will be 31.62 s plus 8 divided by 8 whole divided by s plus 0.5 divided by 0.5 s plus 22.55 divided by 22.55. Okay, and multiplying and arranging the terms what it should be, I'll write down the final answer. 31.62 and the zero point 0.5 will come up here. I'm getting the answer as GSHS equal to K 31, sorry, after simplification it is coming up as 44.56. Okay, S plus 8 divided by S plus 0.5, S plus 22.55. Okay, that is the final answer. No, Amit, that's what is not correct. That's what is not correct. I don't really trust कि आपका आंसर कैसे मैच हो रहा है. How, why it is not correct, dear students? Why it is not correct, dear students? I'll tell you very clearly. Because if you are putting in GSHS, okay, your thinking is correct, Amit, but 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 it is not applicable for Bode because up, up to I reach omega 3, up to I reach omega 3, okay, there have been so many approximations. See, the Bode plot is totally an approximate plot where every corner frequency we are keep on doing the approximation. We are just keep on doing the approximation. So what level of approximation has come to what frequency you are talking about? Okay, there is no guarantee that it is going to match with the exact answer and approximate answer. What is the answer now? इसी वजह से some students क्या करते हैं? Suppose in the questions of GATE also there has been a question to calculate gain margin and phase crossover frequency or the gain crossover frequency from the Bode plot. Okay. And sometimes students start calculating the actual omega g, omega p. That will not patch with the answer given by Bode plot because Bode plot is working on approximation. आप जैसे जैसे frequency में आगे बढ़ते जाओगे, the level of approximation will keep on increasing. Okay. So we can't say that the actual answer by putting, okay, Amit, you are using the root locus criteria, na, mod GSHS equal to 1, satisfying the magnitude criteria. Okay. But how it should match, because that is the exact analysis and we are from the Bode finding the approximate analysis. Okay. And Amit, just requesting you, that day also you were commenting about some MATLAB, but I have not received any of the images from you. I have not received any images because I told you in the next class that the graph, that polar plot we sketched was absolutely correct. So if you are having any deviations, please share it. ठीक है. अगर कुछ mistake हो रहा है तो you need to see कि where is the mistake. So I told you to share the screenshot of that. Have you tagged me? I don't think I have received maybe. Yes, guys, this is the question completed. Yes. Screenshot, guys, for the question. Screenshot. Number 1. Next one. I'll hide my view for this. Next screenshot. Next one. Next one. Yes, Amit, I just now checked my doubt box and there's nothing there from your side. Maybe you have not tagged me, but there's nothing there in my doubt box from your side. Just instantly seen that. Next screenshot. Guys, there may be, just wait on, there may be. Next screenshot. Next one. Shivansh, whenever you're writing the doubt in the doubt box, just tag @Rakesh Talreja. I think that is how students do. अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो एक बार contact the support team. I think that is how the students do. Just tag @Rakesh Talreja. Final screenshot. All right. So giving you one homework question from here. Giving you one homework question from here and then proceeding towards the next question. Take down a homework question, guys. Okay, so take down this homework question and determine the transfer function. Again, it's a conventional theoretical type statement given, but you have to finally come to the transfer function from the given information. All right. Next question. Next question. Very simple direct question. It's a very simple direct question from ESE 18. A very simple direct question. The open loop transfer function GSHS of the Bode plot is shown in the figure. KSS plus 2 upon S plus 20 or KS plus 20 upon SS plus 2. Some options are given. What is the open loop transfer function? Yes, can you say the answer? It's very easy. Not even any calculation is required. कोई भी calculation का requirement नहीं है. Yes, Soumya, Ramtej, Zayan, Shubham, Deepa, guys correct. Yes, Bhagwati correct. Vaishnavi correct. Yes, Anjana correct answer. Sachitra, Payal correct answer. Yes, Rahul, Preetham, Shubham, Dinesh, all correct answers, guys. Come on. Chaliye. So, yes, it is the correct answer given by you. So, see, only thing is they are even not asking. ESE questions are pretty more simpler only sometimes. So, see, they are not even asking what is the value of K. I've just taken the graph again. So, look at this. You just have to identify the poles and zeros. What is this? The slope changes from minus 20 to minus 40. So, this is a pole. This is a pole. Okay. And here the slope changes by minus 40 to minus 20. So, this is a zero. Okay. One is the pole and one is the zero. One is the pole and one is the zero. Okay. Because here the slope increases from minus 40 to minus 20. Okay. So what should be the general GSHS? This is a pole and this is a zero. So the transfer function GSHS according to you should be approximately of the form K 1 plus S by 2. Okay. Sorry, 1 plus S by 20. The 0 is at 20 divided by 1 plus S by 2. 1 plus S by 2. So this is of the form 10K K divided by 10 after simplifying S plus 20 S plus 2. Okay, S plus 20 S plus 2. Now there is one more thing that the initial slope, this is about simple pole and simple zero. Now initial slope say what do you get? Initial slope say you get the value of n. Initial slope say you get the value of n. Okay, and n is equal to 1 because the initial slope is minus 20. So that missed out term, that also I will write down. Okay, so S plus 20 by S, S plus 2. S plus 20 by S, S plus 2. See here, the constant K or K by 10, that can be adjusted anywhere. Don't worry about the constant. The main function is S plus 20 upon S, S plus 2. That is option number B matching. Option number B matching, right? Option number B, correct. Take a screenshot for this question. It's a very simple question. Option number B matches. Take down the screenshot for this question. Next screenshot. Next question, very simple. Now there are sometimes very direct question from the Bode plot. In the Bode magnitude plot, which one of the following slopes would be exhibited at high frequency by a fourth order all pole system? Soumya Zayan, correct. Yes, Deepa, Sachitra, Shubham, correct. Verma, Dinesh, Anjana, Ramprasad, Sindhu, all correct. Yes, Dev Kumar, correct. Rahul, correct. Fourth order all pole system at high frequency. First of all, what is the slope at high frequency? I've told you, na. The question is commenting on the slope at high frequencies. The slope at high frequency, that refers to the final slope. That refers to the final slope, and final slope is given by the formula minus 20 p minus z dB per decade. I've discussed this in the last class. So it is here it is given that it is fourth order all pole system, matlab there is no zero. Okay, so fourth order means obviously p equal to 4, and all pole matlab there is no zero, z equal to 0. So what is the final slope, guys? It is minus 20, 4 minus 0. It is just like a reading question only, minus 80 decibel per decade. Okay, so whenever you see the question slope at high frequency, that is known as the final slope. That is the final slope. Slope at high frequency means the final slope. Okay, means the final slope. All right. Okay. You can take the screenshot for this, and then I present the next question. All right. Chaliye. See the next question now. It's again a very simple question from ESC. Now I'm talking about the slope of low frequency asymptote. Okay. Now I'm asking about the slope of, these are basic questions. So the last question was slope at high frequencies. Now I'm talking about slope at low frequencies. Okay, that means low frequency slope, guys, means you have to look into the initial slope. Slope at low frequency means initial slope, and for that we already know the formula, minus 20 n decibel per decade. N is the number of poles of GSHS at origin. So here it is 2. So here for this question n is 2. So what is the answer? What is the answer? Minus 20 into 2, that is minus 40 decibel per decade. Decibel per decade, that is C. Okay, n is the number of poles of GSHS at origin. Minus 40 decibel per decade. Option number C, straight away. Simple questions. But expected, simple but yet expected sometimes. These are like bonus questions for you. Take away bonus questions for you. So never miss on these questions. Baki all will take further good questions also from Bode, but never miss on these questions. Okay. Screenshot le lijiye iska quickly. Take up the screenshot as well. Next question, guys. Nah, Dev Kumar, how you can't expect? ये क्या था? Previous one क्या था? Gate 14 1 mark question. Okay, what is this next question? Gate 17 1 mark question. Almost on the similar theme. Almost on the similar theme. So why you say that we can't expect? Zayan, please recheck. Dev Kumar, definitely expected. Bonus question. Consider a stable system with the transfer function gs equal to s power p plus something divided by s power q plus something where b and p are real valued constant. The slope of the Bode log magnitude curve of GS converges to minus 60 as omega tends to infinity. Again, the question is omega tending to infinity slope. It is related with omega tending to infinity slope. Okay. So, as omega tends to infinity, that means high frequency only. That means high frequency only. Slope is given by minus 60. They have given you the value. So, minus 20 into P minus Z is the formula, is minus 60. So you should have P minus Z equal to 3. Okay. Now P means number of poles. Number of poles are decided by the denominator, that is Q. And number of zeros are decided by the degree of numerator, that is small p. That is small p. So Q minus P should be equal to 3. Okay. Q minus P equal to 3. Which of the option matches? Okay, here it is 3, 7 minus 1 is 6, 3 minus 2 is 1, 5 minus 3 is 2. Only option A matches. Only option number A matches. Correct option is option A. These are simple and I expected 1 marker category question. Option number A. Very simple. Okay. Chaliye, take the screenshot again. All right. Next one. Next one. More or less again on the similar theme. More or less again on the similar theme. Again on the similar theme. Yes, I am. Yes, not everyone correct here, not everyone correct. I am getting 2 options from you. Please solve it carefully. Please solve it carefully. Yes, guys, please solve it carefully. Yes. All right. Chaliye. So just see with me. Just see with me. What is the answer? Asymptotic Bode magnitude plot of a minimum phase transfer function is shown below. Consider the following 2 statements. The transfer function GS has 3 poles and 1 zeros. What is given by the statement number 1? What is given by the statement number 1? It has 3 poles and 1 zero. Whether it is correct? Okay, whether it is correct. Okay, statement number 1. See, given that final slope is minus 60. How it is given? It is seen in the graph. Now, final slope is minus 60. And that is equal to minus 20 P minus Z. So, P minus Z should be equal to 3. Okay. Okay. So, this is false. 3 poles and 1 zeros, difference will be 2. Difference will be 2. So, that is false. So, statement 1 is false. What about statement number 2? Statement number 2 shows that at very high frequency, the phase angle, high frequency matlab they are again talking about the final angle, final phase. Okay, and what is the final phase formula? It is given by minus 90 degree into P minus Z. Both I have told you in the earlier class. Minus 90 degree into P minus Z. The final slope formula, final phase formula is applicable only for minimum phase and it is specified that it is minimum phase system. Minus 90 degree into P minus Z. Minus 90 degree into P minus Z, whose value is known, that is 3. So minus 270 degree or minus 3 times pi by 2 as per the radian option. This is correct. So statement 2 is true. This one is true. ठीक है, option number C. 1 is false, statement 2 is true. Correct. So please recheck. Not everyone gave the correct answer. See where you went wrong. It is a basic. See again, concept similar ही है. Gate 19 में just पूछा गया था last year. Take the screenshot. So these are known as simple expected question from Bode plot. और variety आएगा. धीरे धीरे मैं question को level increase करता हूँ. The next question, next screenshot. And then next question, gate 19, 1 mark question again. Again, more or less on the similar type of analysis. See here, यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा analysis चाहिए. You have to observe every point. Answer this, guys. Yes, again, yeah, Amit correct, Soumya correct, not everyone giving the correct answer. Acha, 10 power 7, yeah, this diagram is pretty much not clear. See, I'll tell you, I'll just make the clarity. Yes, the diagram is little bit blur. The diagram is little bit blur here. I'll just make the clarity. This is, guys, 10 power 1, then 10 power 2, 10 power 3, 10 power 4, 10 raised to the power 5, 10 raised to the power 6, 10 raised to the power 7. This is how it is given. Okay, this is how it is given. Okay, now I can just point out, look at this. This is a slope change of minus 20, so this is one pole. Minus 20 से minus 60. Now see very carefully. Minus 20 से minus 60. Slope changes by minus 40. So this is a double pole actually. This is a double pole. Okay. This is a double pole. Minus 60 से minus 40. Slope increases. So this is a 0. Okay. Minus 40 से 0. Slope increases by plus 40. So this is double 0. This is double 0 again. Okay. Then 0 to minus 40 slope again changes by minus 40. Minus 40 change है तो again a double pole. Minus 40 to minus 60, the slope changes minus 20. So this is also one pole. Okay. So how many poles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The number of poles is equal to 6. The number of zeros is 1 and 2, 3. 6 and 3. Option A. 6 and 3. Option number A. You have to count the double zeros and double poles also, guys. Otherwise, that is why maybe option number C was also being given by you. Double pole and double zero, dekhna, because of one pole, the slope changes by minus 20. And if there's a slope change of minus 40, it's a double pole. On this, we will have more questions. Double pole, double zero, and come in more questions also. Will come in more questions also. All right, guys. Okay, take the screenshot for this quickly. I'll hide my view and take the screenshot now. Next question. Now, guys, before we solve this question, before we take up this question, I just want to say that from this point, I have few more questions. See, actually, from my end, it is done. But for your clarity, I need to have little more practice questions. And approximately to continue with that questions, I approximately need around 1 hour for few more practice questions. Okay, few more practice questions, we need 1 hour. And obviously today we are having classes since morning 10. So obviously not possible for everyone to continue for 1 more hour. That is why tomorrow Actually, there is no class in the study plan, but tomorrow I am willing to take one practice session, just a practice session for 1 hour. Okay, and I am planning tentatively. Okay, guys, practice session. Practice session around 1 hour, approximately 1 hour. Okay, so I think it is good for everyone to practice because Bode plots is a very common expected question in competitive exam in the any MCQ level of exam. Okay, 1 hour, and I am planning it at 1 p.m. because evening I have other engagement, I have classes as well. Okay, so 1 p.m. Let's plan at 1 p.m. approximately 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. That's it. 1 hour or maybe 5-10 minutes, I not more than that. The whole thing is done. ठीक है, whole thing is one. क्या आपको हैबिट नहीं है 1 hour का मेरी क्लास का? बट या टुमारो इट विल बी ऑनेस्टली 1 hour, थोड़ा बहुत और 5-10 minutes ले लीजिए. Approximately around 1 hour we'll close it. In approximately around 1 hour we'll be able to close it. Okay. All right. चलिए. Okay, so then I will put this question now. Everyone is comfortable. I've got your comments. So you will see that updated in the study plan. So let's put that as homework and start discussing tomorrow. If you are ready for extra time tomorrow, I'll close the class today. No issues. I'll close the class today. Let's start discussing this tomorrow. Okay, so try this out. The value of the constant gain term and the highest corner frequency of the Bode plot respectively are equal to what? Okay, so today also surprise, you don't see Rakesh sir class getting over before 2 hours. Okay, so it's a surprise, but tomorrow we are taking 1 hour of extra practice session. 1 hour of extra practice session. Guys, constant gain term means what? Now, what is the meaning of this question? Constant gain term matlab K. The K, but the K is not this K, not this K. See, first option is constant gain term. किसी भी जगह देखोगे K is not equal to 5. So what gain K? What gain K? It is the gain K when you express this function in the standard form. Standard form. Standard form. Okay. So if it is first order, the standard form is 1 plus st. Time constant form. Okay. But if it is second order, even there is also a second order term here. What is the corner frequency of standard order? Comment. Just comment the formula. What is the corner frequency of second order? For second order, guys, it will be omega n square upon s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay. Yes, the corner frequency is omega n. I've taught you today only in the previous class, omega n. And see, such question has come up in the gate as well, gate 2 mark. Okay, so if you are expressing in the standard form, you also have to express the second order term in the standard form. Okay, so I've given you sufficient hints to solve this question. You can solve this. Omega n का value 5 है, या clearly it is 25 square. तो omega n का value 5 है. So which of them? You can calculate the corner frequency of the first order and second order. Write down all corner frequency. Which of them is the highest? Mark them. And the constant gain term in the standard form. K from the standard form you have to say. Okay. So these are the standard forms according to which we have done the derivation. All right. चलिए guys, it's almost 6:55, about to be 6:55, 6:53 हो चुका है. So let's close off for today's class, and as announced, tomorrow is a practice session for 1 hour. A practice session for 1 hour. You will find it in the study plan updated, maybe later night or morning. Don't worry, but there will be updated in the study plan. So tomorrow 1 hour or one practice session for Bode. Okay. Yeah, I will solve this question tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll solve this question tomorrow. Okay, and apart from that, what is other variety of question that is expected from Bode, that also we'll take up tomorrow. Okay, important topic है बोर्ड है, तो I'm focusing on practice more. And then as you know, next class tomorrow, तो Monday कोई और class नहीं होता है, तो next class is Tuesday. Apart from this practice session, Tuesday and Wednesday we are going to focus on, if you have followed the study plan, we are focusing on controllers on Tuesday, and then we are focusing on compensators on Wednesday. Controllers and compensators, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thereafter that, state space analysis. Okay. Very important state space analysis from the Thursday's class. All right. Okay, that will be the last chapter of control system. State space analysis will be last chapter of the control system. That we will start from the Thursday. All right. Chaliye. Okay, guys. So let me log off right now. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the practice session. Take care. Have a nice sleep. Take care. Yeah, this Sunday was bode पूरा bode हो गया Sunday को, but I think it is good to have a continuous session. ज़्यादा अच्छे से clarity होता है rather than having one class daily. तो थोड़ा सा sometimes maybe you revise it or not, but one continuous day, one continuous topic, it is best. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Keep revising. ठीक है. Rest भी करना, revise भी करना. ठीक है. Refresh yourself, but do keep studying. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Give your feedback to the class. Yeah, it was a great bode day today. All right. Bye bye. Take care.